What's up, people?
What's up, guys?
We are driving right now, but we were in deep conversation and we wanted to share it in
As
video because, a lot of people ask us about our, 7.5-year relationship and how we continue to maintain deep love and appreciation for each other and still have so much fun together. And it's a balance. It is a delicate balance.
And sometimes that balance is threatened, so we wanted to just give you a literal, tangible example of what happens when the balance isn't there and how we handle that.
Yeah, so we've been back in LA for like 2.5 weeks now and moving into a brand new space, and it's stressful sometimes to move. For those of you who have done it, which is probably most of you, it can be very time consuming and wear you out. And we noticed that we were not arguing. We were not getting on each other's nerves. We were finding time to remain loving, and that was something that we noticed because recently we had the other experience.
Yeah, when we were in Bali, we'd been traveling for months, and traveling is also, can be stressful, constantly navigating new places. And we started noticing that there was like a slight dissonance. We were kind of just getting on each other's nerves and being annoyed with each other, losing patience. And whenever that happens, that's like a great opportunity to sit down and look at what is actually going on.
It's a red flag, and don't ignore it. There's something going on underneath it, and the only way that you can move past it healthily is to take the time to figure it out.
So we had an argument, and that gave me the incentive to really look into it. I did some research on it actually, and I figured out that what had happened was this delicate balance between giving and receiving that we have had been compromised just because we were traveling. So I wasn't able to speak Adam's love language, which is, cooking and making meals
acts of
service. Because when you're traveling, you're not doing those things. You're eating out all the time. And Adam was actually giving a lot more because he was constantly in charge of getting us from point A to point B and being the linear masculine, handling our life.
And that's, it was very natural. It's not something we discussed. It's kind of my strengths work really well while traveling, figuring out how to get to point A to point B, figuring out time frames and that sort of thing. And so I naturally step into that role. But we were traveling for 3.5 months. So Melinda's acts of service, which is my number one love language, and the nurturing aspects of our relationship and what she provides, she just didn't have the opportunity to do that. There wasn't one place for her to make a nest and cook and take care of me in that way. And without even realizing it, there was some building resentment on my part, and it led to just a shortened temper. We were both getting on each other's nerves very easily, and once we figured out why, it all went away. It was immediate because we both understood that it was a temporary thing. As soon as we got back home and found our spot, Melinda would immediately go back into providing the love language with which I most need to be loved. And so...
And if you haven't taken the test, the love language test, highly recommend it. You can find it online.
Yeah, you should look into the 5 love languages. It's very important. I would recommend everyone do it, whether you're in a relationship or not. And why this is so important is because so many people think of the stressful situation as the scapegoat or the reason why you may be arguing a lot or losing your temper. And the truth of the matter is that the stressful situation, moving, traveling, a wedding, whatever, is a neutral event. It is a neutral event, and it is not the reason why you will be arguing. It's not. There's something underneath it.
Something in you. It's the stress is only triggering something that's already in you. And so it always boils down to how are you showing up, and how willing are you to not see the situation as a bad thing, but instead recognize that it's an opportunity to learn.
Absolutely. And Melinda and I, our relationship is stronger because of the experience in Bali, and we just wanted to give you a little behind the scenes as to what it looks like, the work that goes into a healthy relationship, and the willingness to look at yourself and look at the relationship and figure out the inner workings of it, so that when something does come up, when you are arguing or you're in the midst of a stressful situation and you're taking it out on each other, you can understand why and stop.
Find a solution.
Find a solution. Return back to the neutral state of intense love for each other, because there's a reason you're together. And thank you for watching the video. We love you guys so much. If this resonated, please, as always, share, comment, tag someone, because these sorts of messages we are trying to get out there far and wide, so that everyone that we encounter is in a loving, happy place. Much love, guys. Slinky Effect, signing out.
Peace.